Welcome to the presentation of Chapter 5 of the DevOps Handbook. In this presentation, we'll be covering greenfield versus brownfield services, systems of record and systems of engagement, DevOps group adoption, and the expansion phases of DevOps across an organization. Nordstrom is a good example of how to apply these topics. They saw what happened to companies that failed to embrace the online market. They realized that in order to avoid the same fate, they would need to revamp their strategies. They had outsourced their online development, which had a slow release schedule and put them behind on reaching their 5-year goals. In order to keep up with customer needs, they decided to focus on specific areas where they would be able to experiment and make improvements. Their vice president of e-commerce, Courtney Kissler, decided to make big changes to the customer app. At the beginning, the structure of the project only allowed for biannual releases. That meaning it could take months for problems to be fixed. The first goal he set was to increase release frequency. He did so by creating a dedicated product team. The team worked independently, being able to develop and test without the hassle of coordinating with other groups. After no time at all, they incorporated testing into the daily work, doubled output, and reduced the amount of defects. The terms greenfield and brownfield originated from urban development. Greenfield meant that it would be a new project on undeveloped land. Brownfield meant that the land had previously been used for industrial development and would require cleaning, demolition, and possibly decontamination before being able to start new developments. In the technology field, greenfield means starting a project from scratch. The project may still be in early planning or implementation stages, allowing for new infrastructure to be built with few constraints and without the concerns of having to work with existing systems or databases. Brownfield, in the technology field, means continuing to develop on existing projects which has likely been in service for a while. It will almost certainly have a sizable amount of technical debt, and existing architecture may prevent DevOps from operating at its fullest extent.
Consider both systems of record and systems of engagement. Systems of record are central to running the business, which means correctness of the data and transactions are critical. Examples are materials requirement planning, human resources, and financial reporting. Then there are systems of engagement, which are user-end systems, users being customers or employees. Examples are e-commerce systems and productivity apps. Systems of record are referred to as Type 1 systems and generally operate at a slower pace and have compliance and regulatory requirements that go along with operating a business. Systems of engagement are referred to as Type 2 and operate at a level allowing for rapid feedback loops in order to learn customer needs. As we're striving to improve with new ideas, where do we start? Every organization will have persons with a wide variety of attitudes towards change. You want to identify those that are the most open to change, the innovators, and those who are the most sympathetic to the changes you wish to make, the early adopters. By finding those that already believe in the need for change and are open to going forward, you save time having to convince others of the merits of the proposal. The overall process of expanding DevOps across an organization can be simplified into 3 major steps. First, find the innovators and early adopters, those open to and willing to move forward with the expansion. Second, expand practices to more teams and value streams to create a more stable base of support. With each success, you expand to more teams, creating a bandwagon effect. Finally, identify the holdouts, those who are the high-profile skeptics who resist change or are even actively against it. This group should only be tackled once the silent majority is secured in the first 2 steps. In conclusion, we need to choose where and how to begin, choosing the most appropriate approach for your organization. As Peter Drucker put it, little fish learn to be big fish in little ponds. If done appropriately, you'll be able to experiment and gain new knowledge without risking the enterprise, which will lead to building supports and earning the right to expand DevOps further. This will result in gaining recognition and gratitude as the organization succeeds.